Aloha, Global Ohana. I am Terra. This is Evan. Welcome to Live Yoga Channel, where we practice yoga together. We're building our online virtual community so that we can feel connected and stay committed to these at-home practices that work, especially during these wild times. So thanks so much for making space in your day and choosing to be with us. So without further ado, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged, how it works for you, so that you're feeling grounded and even in your sits bones. I like to remove the excess flesh away from my butt and plug on in. Go ahead and bring your palms, hands to the thighs, palms facing up. Tilt the chin down ever so slightly and begin to allow the breath to build big in the belly first. Let your belly go soft and big. Feel that breath grow up the side body all the way up to the shoulders. Pause at the top and then exhale. Witness that breath. Return back down to the earth, down the shoulders, down the ribs, to the belly. We'll do this one more time. Let the belly go big and wide. On your inhale, feeling yourself growing taller as the breath expands into your body, and then exhale through the nose, witnessing how all the bones, muscles, and fascia come back together. At your pace. Wonderful. Thank you. So next, let's go ahead and open our eyes. We'll do Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. And what this is, it's a forceful exhalation through the nose and a passive inhalation through the nostrils. So the passive inhalation will happen on its own. What I want you to focus on is the powerful exhalation through the nose and drawing that belly button back to the spine. Okay? So follow me, my cues. Inhale, exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale completely. Kumbha. Inhale, half lung of air. Pause, drop the chin into the chest. Draw the shoulders up to the ears. Draw that belly button back towards the spine. Holding that breath. With your eyes closed, take that gaze in between the eyebrow center. Hold as long as it's comfortable for you. And when you need the breath, simply release and breathe in through the nose. Exhale completely. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, half lung of air. Pause, drop the chin into the chest. Draw the shoulders to the ears. Tuck in that belly button. Hold the breath in. Kumbha, breath retention. With your eyes closed and your gaze into the center of the eyebrows, feel this prana, this life force, circulating and building inside of you. When you need a breath, exhale, release the shoulders, sip in oxygen from the nostrils. And do a few rounds of breath normally through the nose. Let's take our hands as we inhale, go wide and gather so much energy up to the sky. I'll do it next. Exhale, release the hands to the side. Next, let's move to yoga for the eyes. We're going to keep our head and neck center, moving only the eyes. Inhale. On the exhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Another breath in. As you exhale, look far right, look far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look down, look far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Inhale. Exhale, look down, look far left, look up, far right, look down, center. Let's go ahead and bring some heat to our hands. We're going to build energy here. Let's cup the right palm over the right eye. Cup the left palm over the left eye. Stare into the abyss of the center of your palms. Do your best to not let light come into the hands. And breathe long and slow. Yoga for the eyes. Bringing some healing energy to the cones, the rods, the retinas. So grateful for healthy, healthy eyes. Release the hands. Let's interlace the hands, stretch them out in front of you, and then over your head, reaching up tall towards the ceiling. Keep the chin parallel to the earth, and let your breath be long, slow, and steady. Bringing in that breath deeply from the belly, letting it grow up the side body, reaching up towards the sky. If it feels good for you to sway from side to side, feel into it, how it works for you. And then exhale, release. We'll bring the back of the palms together. Take the right hand over the left, interlace them. Draw the hands in towards the chest, bringing the elbows down. And then to your degree, it may be different than all of us, but you can go to your degree. Simply breathe here, stretching from the fingertips all the way up to the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We'll switch sides, honoring that it may be totally different on this side. You may be able to stretch more, you may be able to stretch less. And so as our guide today, we use our breath. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. We use our breath to guide us. If we're feeling strained and we're tight in our face and it's hard to breathe, let's go ahead and back off. When we're feeling relaxed in our face and we're comfortable in our breath, then we know we can take it to the next posture or the next modification. Go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you, feet on the floor, toes facing up. We're going to do toe cranks, moving just the toes. For 1, release, 2, release, 3, release, 4, release, 5, release, 6, and hold. Just like we did yoga for the eyes, we're going to do yoga for the toes, cross the ankles. We're going to interlace 1 toe, 2 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes. To your degree, if you get 1 toe today, that's amazing. When you get there, go ahead, where you are today, squeeze. This activates the nerve endings from toes all the way up to our low back, including our sciatic nerve. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. We'll switch sides. Three toes, 4 toes. Don't use your hands. It gets easier, and in the spirit of the yogis, we say playful, and we visualize ourselves in a positive way. Maybe next week, maybe next month. Squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Moving up from the toes to the ankles in our warm-ups, let's move the ankles forward and backwards. 1, release. 2, release. 3, release. 4, release. 5, release. 6, and hold. Make circles with the ankles, first clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Opposite. 5, and 6. Moving up from the ankles to the knees. Let's bend the left knee in towards the chest. Grab onto the elbows underneath that thigh, underneath the knee. Lift the chest up, and we'll make circles. First clockwise. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Other way. And 6. Go ahead and extend that leg out in front of you. Switch sides. 4, 5, and 6. Opposite. 4, 5, and 6. Coming up to the front of the mat, we'll take our right foot into the inside of our left thigh. Take the left ankle on the outside of the left hip. Lift the hips up, sit back down, and then just take your hands back behind you and begin to walk yourself back. Pause, come down to your elbows first, resting on your forearms. You can feel the length all along the left quad, that psoas. Perhaps this, check your breath, check your body. Perhaps this is your pose today. If this is the case, just let your head hang back and breathe. If this feels good for you and you'd like to take it all the way down to the mat, do so with care. And in the final pose, you can take your hands up over your head and breathe slowly. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale. Take the hands back by your side. Press into the palms. Lift the body up. We're going to switch sides. Let's take our time getting into this, honoring that this side we may feel completely different. I do. All right, so the left heel goes into the right thigh, right ankle on the outside of the right hip. Begin to walk your body back, breathing gently, saying good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And then extend your body down onto the mat if that's available for you today. And let yourself relax and breathe. Could feel good as you exhale to open the mouth and let out a nice session, or a nice exhale, sigh. Inhale, we'll take our hands back by our side, press into those palms, and let's find our way up into a standing position at the front of our mat. Find your feet underneath of your hip bones. Go ahead and let your shoulders come up and down the back so that your palms are open, parallel to the hips, facing forward. And then just let the palms come parallel to the thighs. Close the eyes. Feel your body as you're standing in this upright position. Feel your feet rooted into the floor as if you have roots underneath your feet all the way into the earth. Feeling connected to the earth. And as you inhale and exhale, long, slow ujjayi breathing. Hear it in the back of the throat. It's like an audible hissing in the back of the throat. The tongue is gently up on the middle of the roof of the mouth. And with your eyes closed and your gaze in between that eyebrow center, let's visualize the last beautiful sunrise or sunset. We're going to call in our appreciation as we move through 2 rounds of classical slow salutation, sun salutations, paying honor to the sun and gratitude for all the gifts of life that it gives to everything on our planet. All the water, all the animals, all the bugs, all the people, all the flora and the fauna, giving thanks to our beautiful, beautiful sun, this great star in our sky. We're going to move with breath, follow my cues. Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead in prayer position or arms parallel. Look up and back. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Letting the trunk fall over the thighs. And please go slowly. This is the first stretch of the day. No need to overstretch. Let your head hang heavy. And let your breath be long, slow, and steady. Perhaps you have your hands on your shins, maybe your ankles. Maybe you have the privilege to bring your fingertips all the way to the earth. Breathing here. Feeling the weight of the body come to the balls of the feet so that the sits bones are pointing up towards the ceiling. Feeling the length along the hamstrings. You have the privilege to bring your hands with ease down to the floor. Go ahead and turn your palms backwards and go ahead and walk your fingertips back behind you. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to either side of your feet. Bend the knees. Take the left leg back. Drop the knee and the top of the foot to the earth. Inhale. Draw the shoulders up. Look up. Take that chest up towards the sky. And let the fingertips hang alongside your hips. The right knee is bent in 90 degrees. You're balanced under your right foot. You're pressing firmly into the earth, as well as you're balancing on your left knee and the top of your left foot. Lunging into that front foot. Feel the hips soften as you breathe here. Soft in the face. Your gaze is up towards the ceiling, but please, no strain in the breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take your hands back to the earth on either side of that right foot. Tuck the back left toes. Press into the palms. Exhale. Take that right foot back to meet the left. This is our first mountain pose. In the West, we call this downward facing dog. In the East, in the Himalayas, we call this mountain pose. So your hips are up towards the sky. You're pressing your chest back towards your thighs. And you're reaching towards the floor with both heels evenly. It's okay if they're not touching the earth. The energy is activating through the heels. Your breath is long, slow, and steady. If it feels good for you to shake your head out, no. And then yes. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes, and then reach down with those heels, pressing that chest back further towards your thighs. The bottom of your next exhalation, hold the breath out. Drop the knees to the floor, drop the chest and the chin. So Ashtam Pranam, 8-limb pose, 2 toes, your chest, your chin, and your 2 hands. The elbows are in tight, your gaze is down your nose. Drop the pelvis to the earth. Inhale, slide the chest in between the hands. For this first round, I like to just come into Sphinx pose or Cobra, if that's for you. But I love to bring the forearms to the earth, lift my chest and shoulders up, look up towards the sky. The booty is soft here, and the tops of the feet are pressing down and back towards the wall behind you. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the chin. Draw the hands, the palms underneath of your shoulders. Press into the hands, lift the hips up away, and come back into your mountain pose. Press down powerfully through the palms so that your elbows are facing one another. Roll the shoulders down and back so that the armpits are facing one another. Inhale, the left foot in between the hand. Drop the right knee and the top of the foot. Lunge into that front leg as you inhale and roll up the shoulders. Open up the chest. Look up. Look back. Long, slow, steady breaths here. Removing the blockages, awakening the tattvas, the earth energies. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, bring them back down to the mat. Tuck the right toes. Bring the right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, fold forward. Let the body hang. You may notice that you're starting to warm up here. It could feel easier to bring your fingertips to the mat. Perhaps you can bring your palms all the way to the mat. You might be able to turn your palms backwards and walk your hands away from you, bending the elbows and pulling that chest closer to the thighs. Soften the face. Exhale completely. Inhale, bring the hands together, press into the feet, draw the hands up and overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, come back down through prayer position at the heart. Release the hands. Close the eyes. We'll do the same thing on the other side, moving a little more swiftly with breath. Follow my cues. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Take the right leg back, drop the knee and the top of the foot, lunge into that left knee. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Look up, look back. Exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. Tuck the right toes, send the left leg back to meet the right. Mountain pose. Drop the knees, chest and chin. Ashtam Pranam. Inhale, slide on through into your cobra, keeping the shoulders and elbows in tight. The belly's long, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back that chest towards your thighs. Mountain pose. Inhale, that right foot up in between the hands, drop the knee, lunge into that front foot, drop the back of the left foot, look up, look back. Exhale, the hands back to the mat, tuck the left toes, bring the left foot up to meet the right, fold forward. Inhale, the hands together, all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands back to prayer position. Release the hands to the side, close the eyes. And take your awareness to the sensations happening below the skin. Notice your heart beating. Notice the shoulders are more aligned. The hips are growing more aligned. Find that beating of the heart. Next, let's bring our awareness to the other celestial body in our sky, the moon. We'll do Chandra Namaskar, and this morning, being Jupiter's day, we honor Jupiter, the planet Jupiter. It represents Guru and protection. On this full moon morning, We give thanks for all the moon provides to our planet as it tends to all the waters of the oceans and all the tides on the planet. As we see that the Earth's waters are impacted by the moon and the gravitational pull, the yogis acknowledge that similar things happen inside of our bodies. So around the full moon, our mind might become more active, maybe even agitated. So we practice Chandra Namaskar, we practice yoga to make the mind our best friend. We do 2 rounds of Chandra Namaskar, taming the mind. Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward, hinging the waist. Take the left leg back, drop the knee. This is similar to the last round, except now we're going to take our hands to steeple position and bring our arms up overhead for crescent moon position. Your arms are reaching up. Your eyes are looking up and back as far as it's comfortable. We want the breath to remain long, slow, and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to either side of that front foot. Tuck the back toes. As you exhale, send that right leg back to meet the left. Pressing the chest back into mountain pose. This should feel really good by now. Feel length all along the back side of the body. Lift those sits bones up towards the sky. As you exhale, drop the knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide on through into cobra or up dog. Smile in the face as you look up and back. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the hips back into mountain pose. Inhale that left foot up in between the hands. Drop the right knee and the right foot to the earth. Bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Steeple up overhead, crescent moon on the other side. Lunge forward. Find your breath with ease and serenity. Three, 2, and 1. Release the hands. Tuck the back right toes. Bring that right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, fold forward, release. On an inhale, press into the feet. Draw the hands together, up overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, through prayer position. Release the hands to the side. Keep your eyes closed and notice sensation swirling around your body. Witnessing in the moment how we're using the earth elements, fire, water, earth, and ether, air, to transform our bodies. Let's do Chandra Namaskar one more time, moving with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, open the eyes, take the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Take the right leg back. Drop the knee and the top of the foot. Bring the hands through prayer steeple position and up, crescent moon. Exhale, release the hands back to the mat. Tuck the right toes. Send the left leg back to meet the right. Press the chest towards the thighs. Drop the knees to the earth, to chin and chest. Inhale, slide through cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, press back into mountain pose. Inhale, the right foot in between the hands. Drop the knee and the top of the foot. Hands through prayer all the way up. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Tuck the toes, bring the left foot up to meet the right, fold forward. Hands together, inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer position. Let the hands come to the sides of your hips and close the eyes. Bringing your introspection, your awareness, into these systems of the body. As we imagine that we're standing in front of a mirror, and as we're looking at ourselves in this mirror, imagine that our skin is removed. Our lovely skin is removed so that as we're looking in the mirror, we can see all the veins and the arteries and the plasma and the blood and the muscles and the bones and the organs. See all the parts that make up us, all the earth elements, the energies, all of the systems, the fascinating systems that are happening every waking and sleeping moment without us even trying, giving thanks to all the atoms and molecules and mitochondria working to repair our damaged cells so that we're vibrant, lively human beings that feel good in our body. Giving thanks and appreciation to all the cells in our body. All the trillions and trillions of cells. Go ahead and release the visualization. Open the eyes. Let's come to our first asana today, chair pose. So with your feet underneath of your hips, we'll bring our arms up overhead. They can be parallel or in steeple position like we were doing Chandra Namaskar. Go ahead and bend the knees as if you're sitting back in a chair. Your belly button is drawing back towards the spine. The chin is parallel to the earth. Bring the weight to the balls of the feet. Lift the toes up off the mat, just the toes. Sit down a little bit further. And then with your face soft, take your gaze up towards the ceiling in between your arms. The final pose, the breath is long and slow and steady. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, press into the feet, release the hands back behind you. Interlace those hands back behind you. Dvikhasana. Inhale, open up the chest. Reach those hands down towards the earth. And then exhale, fold forward, like we've done a handful of times already today. But this time, we have the hands interlaced. And however it feels good to you, you'll draw those palms away from the back, up towards the sky. Acknowledging that how I do it may be different for you. Finding what works. This should feel relieving, a nice counterbalance to the chair pose. Go ahead and bend the knees, draw the hands to the low back, roll on up and an inhale. We'll come back to center. Next, let's do twisted chair. Bring the hands to prayer position. First, let's go ahead and massage our inner organs, bringing our attention to our stomach. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees and take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Bring the hands together. Twist from the head and neck. Look up towards the sky. Sit down a little bit further for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your left hand. You can stay there or release your left hand to the earth on the outside of that right knee. Inhale the right arm up towards the ceiling. Open up that shoulder. You can stay here or bend that right elbow. Find your bind if it's available. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the pose. Come back through center. Inhale. Let's do the other side. As you exhale, bend the knees. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together and then twist from the belly and then take the head and neck looking up towards the ceiling. Open up the heart a little bit more. Breathing. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the right hand to the earth. Keep that elbow on the outside of that left knee. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Open up the heart. You can stay here or find your bind, bending that elbow, reaching for your right hip. For 3, 2, and 1. Bend and straighten the knees. Come back through center. Release it. Shake it out. Next, let's do table. Their feet together. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. And this time, first grow tall, so lengthen the spine while drawing the shoulders wide, and then hinge at the waist, folding forward, but pausing at 90 degrees. We want you to stay here. Perhaps your arms are parallel, perhaps they're in steeple, whatever feels good to you. But I want you to be strong like a table. Your ears are parallel to biceps. You're looking straight down from your nose. Your feet are grounded into the earth, and the sits bones are pressing powerfully back towards the back wall behind you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, release the hands, coming into prayer position. We're going to first lift that right knee and find your foundation is that left leg. Take that right leg back behind you. Your hips and shoulders are parallel. If you have a neck or back injury, keep your hands at prayer position. Begin to straighten that left leg so you're strong and sturdy. That's where your balance is. And if you have space to extend your arms out in front of you, bring your arms parallel to the ears. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to prayer. Bend that left knee. Bring all 10 fingertips to the earth, shoulder height. Take the left fingertips about 12 inches in front of the big toes of the left foot and 6 inches to the side. We're going to practice half moon pose. So finding these stability on your left fingertips or your left palm, depending on where you are. It's okay to wobble and fall. But we're going to open up that right hip. Take the right hand along the right thigh. Press powerfully through that right heel towards the back wall. You can stay here, or you can take your right hand up towards the ceiling. The final pose, you'll turn your head and neck to look up towards the sky. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can bend that left knee, bend the right knee and grab onto the foot or the ankle, the instep of that right foot. Go ahead and press into that foot into your hand and kick that leg away from you. Be playful here. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the pose, shake it out. Thank you, Evan. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Whew. Good job, everybody. We'll bend the knees, first coming into prayer position. We're going to bring the foundation onto that right leg. So we'll hinge at the waist, send that left leg back behind us. Our hips and shoulders are square. Depending on how our neck and back feel, we can keep our hands in this position, or we can reach out in front of us towards that front wall so that we're looking straight down from our nose, but we're reaching powerfully through our fingertips all the way through the back heel. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to center, bend that front foot. Bring all 10 fingertips to the earth. The right hand is about 12 inches in front and about 6 inches off to the right. You can be on your fingertips or down to your hand. Open up those hips. So you're stacking those hips. And at first you're just bringing your left hand to your left hips and all along the side. You can stay here, or you can take your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. The final phase is to take your gaze up towards your fingertips, looking up to the heavens. It's okay to wobble and fall. We stay playful and curious for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. We're going to keep our legs about hip distance apart. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist, coming all the way down to the earth. Whether, depending on where you are today, maybe you're at your shins, maybe you're at your ankles. If you can, go ahead and bend the knees and bring the palms underneath of your feet. Step on your palms. And then begin to straighten those legs. Let the head and neck hang and breathe. If this is easy for you, you can bend your elbows and draw your chest closer to the thighs. Stay soft in the face for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Bend the legs. Let's take our peace fingers and wrap it around our big toes. Press into the balls of the feet. Begin to straighten the legs. Inhale, look up on the wall in front of you. Take a look at where the floor and the wall in front of you come together. If that's available for you and you can look up about a quarter of the way on the wall in front of you, do that. Maybe even halfway. Or even all the way up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. For 3, 2, bring the weight towards the balls of the feet, and then exhale, release, bend the leg, bend the knees, release, bring the hands back down to the earth, step back into mountain pose. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Press both heels back down to the earth. Inhale, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Take that left heel down to the earth. Press powerfully through that left palm. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the left knee and take the right leg straight. Pressing down through your right palm, feeling the length all along the back side of the body. Inhale up to your tippy toes. Exhale, press down both heels evenly to the earth. Notice that one knee might want to, feels like it's pressing back towards the back wall more than the other. See if you can press both knees back evenly. Inhale. Exhale, open the mouth and let out a nice long sigh. With all the breath, exhale. I want you to draw the belly button up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Massage all the internal organs. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And release. Return the breath to normal. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Pressing back through the heel, the left big toe is in line with the center of the body. Pressing down powerfully through your palms. Inhale. Exhale, swing that left leg up in between the palms. Take the right toes to about 2 p.m. We're going to inhale, coming up into Virabhadrasana 1. Our hips and shoulders are facing forward. We're lunging into that front knee. Our back knee is straight, and we're activating our quad, taking care of that back knee. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. You can bring them to steeple or parallel. And then finally, take that right armpit slightly more forward than the left. Take your gaze onto the ceiling in between the eyebrow center, Shambhala Mudra. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to open up into Warrior 2. Now I need to make adjustments and move my back foot back a little bit. My hips and shoulders are now parallel to the wall, the side wall. I glance back briefly to make sure that my hands are parallel, and I reach forward through those front fingertips, bending in that front knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right arm forward, Avaya Virabhadrasana, Fearless Warrior. Lean into that front thigh without dripping or like dipping our trunk onto our thigh. Feel and smile at the shake of the legs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Lift from the heart. Look up. If this is easy for you and you want to walk your right toes back just a little bit, that allows me to sink my legs further. You can stay here, or you can find your bind. Bend your right elbow, reach towards your left hip, and take your left arm underneath of the thigh. Open up that heart. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands. Drop the right knee, heel toe, heel toe. Let's do Kandanyasa. So we're going to bring our hands. This is an arm balance pose. We'll bring our hands in prayer position. I'm sorry, in the just underneath of our shoulders. Go ahead and take the weight of the body over the arms, and so that you can hook that left elbow in that left inner thigh. Then walk the right toes back so that your right elbow hooks on that right hip bone. First begin by playing. Lift your back knee up off the mat. Play with your left toes, lift them up the mat, and then begin to just bounce, lift your right toes. Give it a try. A is for attempt. For 5. It doesn't need counting. Try a few more times, and when you feel complete, go ahead and find yourself in Balasana, child's pose. Take your hips back to your heels. Take your forehead to the ground. Allow yourself to rest, taking a long, slow inhalation through the nose. Let out a nice sigh through the mouth. Return the breath to normal. With your inner awareness, bring the attention, find your beating heart. Doop, 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 doop. Imagine the heart taking all of the fresh oxygen that we're taking in from our nose and our lungs, the lower lobes, the middle lobes, the upper lobes. They're ventilating this fresh oxygen and sending it to the heart, where the heart purifies this oxygen and utilizes the auricles and ventricles to send this life, this gift that we get to have to every part of our body. Just imagining the heart and the lungs and all the systems and magic that it gifts us. Just imagining it touching each nook and cranny of our beautiful body temple. When you're ready, let's go ahead and we'll meet back up in mountain pose so that we can do the warrior sequence on the solar side, harmonizing our left and right hemispheres of our body. We'll take our right leg up and back, pressing powerfully through our right palm and our left heel. Our right big toe is in alignment with the center of the body. Our head and neck hang heavy. Inhale the leg a little bit higher. As you exhale, swing it on through. Bend that front knee coming into 90 degrees. Lift the heart away from the thighs. Our shoulders and hips are square so that our back toes are about 10 o'clock. We're feeling strong and gripping the mat in this powerful foundation below us. And then inhale the arms up overhead, drop the shoulders, bend more into that front knee. Stay relaxed in the face, take the gaze up towards the sky. You can have your arms parallel or steeple, what feels good to you. Bend a little bit more into that front leg. That's where we're efforting here. The back thigh is active for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open up. Adjusting that back leg, coming into warrior 2. Take a brief moment to look back at your left palm so that your left and right fingertips are even. Bend into that front right knee. Look down the fingertips. Smile on the face. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left arm up to meet the right, Avaya Virabhadrasana. The gaze is up to the ceiling in between the eyebrows. You're strong and you're smiling at the shape of the leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1, and release. I had to throw in a joke our teacher uses. So bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale that left arm up. And then walk those toes back a little bit further so you can deepen that stretch, that length in the front thigh. Stay here or bend the elbow, reaching that left hand to the right hip. You can stay there or take your right fingertips, your right hand, and reach below the right thigh and grab onto your wrist or I interlace my fingers, my first 2 fingers. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, drop the left knee, heel toe. Bring the hands underneath of the shoulders like push-up position. We're going to first hook that right elbow in that right thigh. We'll lift our knee up off the mat, the back knee, and bring the weight of our body forward so that we can hook our left hip to our left elbow. You can bring your knee back down to the mat or lift it up and begin to play. Walk the right foot out a little bit more and see if you can balance. Try several times. A is for attempt. And when you feel complete with your effort in this balance pose today, go ahead and take a rest in child's pose. Bringing your hips down to the heels, bringing your forehead to the mat, bringing your awareness to the skull. That houses and protects our beautiful human brain. I'd say it's about 7.5 pounds. And we're giving appreciation and gratitude for this brain and the brain stem that allows you to interpret my words. First, you can hear from auditory nerves. You can hear my words. And because of the intellect, you can make sense of what I'm saying and you can follow directions. Giving thanks for the power of our nervous system and how we get to live life. When you're ready, we'll come up and we'll meet in mountain pose. We'll walk our hands back to the middle of the mat. We'll walk our feet forward. We'll bend the knees and let's come into our crow pose. So let's bend the elbows. We'll bring the knees on the outside of our elbows, on the upper triceps, and staying balanced using our tippy toes, we'll lean forward, lifting our chest, and then begin to play with lifting one toe off the mat and then the other. Try this and give yourself space to feel and fall and play. When we practice balance poses, it brings patience into our life, especially when we have challenging moments. So if you've mastered this pose and you can go straight into headstand, by all means do so. For the rest of us, we're going to keep trying. Have a playful spirit. And when we see other people doing things that we're not able to do yet, we feel inspiration and courage to keep practicing. Because consistent practice works. That's why Evan and I are doing this. We love to practice. We're wanting to get better online and definitely want to share and build our virtual Sangha. So thanks for being here with us. When you're ready, you can come down. And if you have a baggy shirt like Evan, go ahead and tuck it into your shorts. And if you have a headstand practice in the middle of the room, if you can do it, feel free. We're going to go into headstand practice, any variation, chooser's choice. The rest of us that can't do headstand on our own, we're going to do shoulder stand today. So first come lying on the back. This is really great for the thyroid and the parathyroid. First come lying on the back. Draw the legs up overhead and bring the elbows in close and bring your hands along your back. Fingers facing towards the ceiling, and then lift your legs up towards the sky. Bring the toes together so that your gaze is in between the big toes on the ceiling. Find relaxation in the pose and invite your long, slow, steady breath. And if you're in shoulder stand, go ahead and
keep your right leg pointed and bring your left leg overhead. Bring your toes to the mat. If you're in headstand, go ahead and do splits. Inhale, bring the left leg up to meet the right. Drop the right leg towards the floor. It's okay if your toes don't touch the floor. And if you're in headstand, switch sides. Inhale, come up. If you're in headstand, feel free to do side splits, eagle pose. If you're in shoulder stand, let's come to plow position. So we'll bring our toes all the way over the head towards the floor. And it's okay if they don't touch. If they do touch, you have the privilege to bring your hands alongside the mat. You can then interlace your hands, press down into the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bend the knees, bring them to either side of the head, and we're going to roll out as slowly as you can from shoulder stand. If you're in headstand, bring the feet together, and with the strength of your abs, bring your feet all the way down onto the mat. Everybody find their way into a mini corpse position with your back and your legs flat alongside the mat. Roll your head from side to side and back to center. Everybody, let's come into fish pose. With our arms alongside us, we'll bring our palms facing down. Come up onto the elbows and bring the palms underneath of the tailbone. Bring the top of the head to the earth. The soles of the feet are together. The feet are splaying out. The toes are out to the side. The bottom set of teeth are past the upper set of teeth. These are your gills. And the breath is slow and steady. We do this to release the stress from the inversions and the shoulder stand and headstand. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring everything back into the mat, long and slow. Shake out the legs. Rock the head from side to side. Let's do some back bending. We'll come into bridge pose. So we'll bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet as close to the buttocks as comfortable. The arms are palms facing down, parallel to the side ribs. As you inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips away from the earth. You'll feel this powerfully in your quads. You can stay here, reaching from your fingertips towards the opposite wall. You can also interlace your hands underneath of your body. Lift the hips, lift, lift, lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can stay here. This is your final pose. You can also, if you have chakrasana, wheel pose, bring the palms backward, up over by your shoulders, press into your hands and your feet. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Full neck release. For 3, 2, 1. Release the heels, bring the shoulders. Everybody slowly bring the spine down onto the earth. Extend the legs out in front. Shake out the feet. Roll the head and neck from side to side. Let's take the, bend the knees. Keep the right leg long on the mat. Take the left knee towards the chest. Take the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Draw the left knee over the right side of the body. Take the left arm directly away, like outside from the left shoulder. If it feels good, look down those left fingertips. Stretch powerfully through your left fingertips. Breathe from the base of the spine all the way to the brain stem. Relishing in this full spinal twist. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring that left leg up through center. Squeeze that knee into the chest. And then exhale, extend that leg alongside the right. Shake it out. Inhale, the right knee into the chest. First, squeeze that knee in closer to the body. And then we'll take our left hand on the outside of the right knee. We'll use the strength, we'll use the left hand to draw that right leg over the left side of the body. Should feel good. Take the right fingertips straight out from the shoulder. And if it feels good in your neck, look down your fingertips. Stretch powerfully through the fingertips. The gaze matters. The breath is slow and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze that knee into the chest, and then exhale, extend both legs out onto the mat. Take the arms alongside you for our favorite yoga posture, Shavasana. We've used the mode of rajas, or our passion, to move through this practice and engage fire and earth energies to transmute our bodies. Now, this is absolutely the most important part of our practice as we invite in the mode of goodness to integrate our practice. So this part is very important. Please stay with us. I'll guide you through a practice to relax the mind. So let's go ahead and lift the right foot up off the floor 2 inches. Point and flex the foot. And let it release and flop. Inhale, left foot up off the mat 2 inches. Point and flex and flop. Inhale. Squeeze the buttocks onto the floor. Draw the breath up the chest and release. On your next breath, inhale from the toes all the way up the side ribs. Feel that breath grow all the way up into your throat. Open up the mouth and let out a nice Make a fist with your right hand. Lift it 2 inches up off the mat. Squeeze and flop. Inhale the left fist up off the mat, 2 inches. Squeeze and flop. Keep the back of the neck on the mat, back of the head on the mat. Draw the chin, tilt the chin in towards the chest. And release. Let the head rock from side to side and back to center. Inhale. Draw the breath up into the face. I want you to squeeze the teeth, squeeze the jaws, and then open up the mouth, stick out the tongue as you exhale. Lion's breath. On your next inhalation,
I want you to bring your awareness to the top of your head, your skull, your eyes, your forehead, your ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze every muscle in your face. Make it tight, 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 and release. Letting your body receive the medicine from our practice today. Bringing your awareness to the upper lip. And without any effort, just witnessing the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Next, bring your awareness to the navel center. And again, with an observation mind, not trying to effort anything. Just witness the belly button rise and fall with each breath. It happens naturally. Inhale, navel up. Exhale, navel down. With your eyes closed and that gaze in between the eyebrow center, I'd love for you to count backwards from 10 to 1, utilizing this breath. Inhale, navel up, 10. Exhale, navel down, 10. Inhale, navel up, 9. Exhale, navel down, 9. Going at your pace, try not to lose count all the way to 1. Reach 1, release the count, release the breath, let yourself be. Bringing your awareness into the physical again. Just witnessing the rise and fall of the belly as you inhale and exhale. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your toes. Take your thumb and touch each fingertip. Inhale the arms up overhead. Reach long, stretch into this new moment. this new birthing time. Exhale, release the arms back down your side. Get there however you can. We're all going to meet in a side lying fetal position on our right side. Using the right arm as a pillow, bring the left hand to your belly. And take a moment to give yourself appreciation for rolling out your mat, for doing this practice with us, with you. This is an act of self-love, of self-care. It brought a lot of awareness from the heart, and the heart governs the emotion of love. So we can trust that with each heartbeat, especially during this focused practice, we are sending self-love to every part of our body. Thank you, body. Next, let's visualize a loved one in our mind's eye. And let's envision them receiving all of this love and harmony that we've cultivated together on our mat today. And so envision them receiving golden light energy, filling them up in and around every cell of their being. This loved human being. Maybe it's not human. This loved being. Release this vision from your mind's eye, trusting that this virtual healing has taken place. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you'll use that left palm to press into the earth and help your body come upright. We'll meet in a comfortable seated position. Take the hands to the knees, thumb and first finger touching. Let the chin tilt down ever so slightly. Close the eyes and keep that gaze in between the eyebrow center. Let the breath be slow and steady. And without judgment, notice how your mind, body, and spirit feel after this 75-minute practice. Inhale. I am so grateful for my. Exhale. Name an object of appreciation. Your lungs, your nose, your eyelashes, your liver, your skin. And with each inhalation and exhalation, inhale, I am grateful for my. Exhale, object of appreciation. My friends, my family, my home, my work. Japa Japa meditation, building our attitude of gratitude. Release the Japa Japa meditation, knowing that we can use this anytime throughout our day as we're walking, we're taking a break from our work day. Returning to our objects of appreciation helps to build mental resiliency and strength. What an honor it's been to share this time together. We get to choose how we spend our time, and so thank you for choosing to be with us at Live Yoga Channel. We'll bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Bow customarily. Namaste. Take these good feelings off the mat today. Bring it to your loved ones. Notice that people see a spark in your eye. When we do these practices, they help to soothe the mind, body, and spirit. And when we do them over time, they become a stability, a foundation for our livelihood, our way that we move throughout the world. So thank you for joining us. We are Live Yoga Channel. I'm Terra. This is Evan. We do this practice on Monday and Thursdays. He generally teaches on Monday. I generally teach on Thursday. We're flexible. But we are here on Mondays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, I lead a chair yoga class. So take a break. Let's do more poses from the chair. I also lead a Trust Your Guts Club. We're talking about all things digestive health, yogic lifestyle practices so that we can feel calm, relaxed, and powerful in our digestive system and how we show up in the world. So have the best day ever, beautiful Ohana. Thank you for joining with us here. Please like, subscribe, share with your loved ones. We are Live Yoga Channel. Mahalo nui loa and aloha.